Hey guys, hope you're okay. Welcome to another video, and this time we've got a customer's beautiful, I think, a lot of people don't think, it's Toyota Verossa, which is a JZX110 chassis, exactly the same as the IS Lexuses in the UK. Obviously this one's got a lot better engine, being the 1JZ 2.5 litre VVTi turbo. It's quite nice. It's 2002, so it's a relatively modern car compared to all the other shit boxes we used to. So you know, it looks, yeah, just like a modern car with nice leather interior. And controversially, I think you would say, I think it does look a little bit like a Toyota Avensis from the back, but it's rear-wheel drive, so it's obviously a lot better. And then what we're going to be doing today is fitting a new clutch, and I think we will be modifying the knuckles as well. And the clutch, the new one, the customer's complaining about the feel as well as the slippage. And we've got a competition clutch, yet again, stage 2, so it should be nice and comfy. So let's just put it up in the air and quickly take the gearbox off. So we get started. First thing, gonna drain the gearbox oil, as sort of capture in some sort of can so we can reuse it. Get rid of the prop shaft, well, not get rid of it, obviously put it away. Then we're gonna undo these 12 mils from the slave, put it on the side so we don't have to bleed it again. Nice little earth strap here just dangling. Get the starter out of the way, undo these 4 bolts. Then get the gear shifter out, which I forgot, always do when it's on the ground, so I'll get some sort of leather, and then just the bell housing bolts, and then the gearbox should be ready to come out in about an hour. If I really try, maybe half an hour. So far so good, apart from my own stupidity having to climb into a car to undo the gear stick. I found about 4 bolts that were not done up already, so whoever's done this conversion, I don't think they should be working on cars. I'm not sure whether it was the person on the side, or you know, if it's been worked on afterwards. I don't want to call anyone out, but it's not that hard, is it? So what we got to do now is undo these 4 mount bolts even, and then left onto the bell housing and the starter motor. Gonna put it in an angle so we can get on it with the extension, and then hopefully it will just come out, fingers crossed. Apart from the 2 easily accessible ones, everything's undone. As expected, the 2 top bell housing bolts were missing, so that's just a lazy craftsmanship. There's a reason why those 2 bolts are there. Toyota has designed it that way. Please put them back. It's just lazy. So we're gonna undo these 2, put the hydraulic jack underneath, and hopefully everything's gonna come out no problem. It does seem that the flywheel could do with a skim, so I'm going to talk to the customer and see what he says. As you can see in the light, it's actually quite bad. You can feel it as well. So let's just find the machine shop that's open and get it skimmed. It's new day, as you can see. I'm wearing different clothes. I've got the flywheel from the machine shop. You can just see the surface it's a slightly different color, but it's nice and flat. So what we're going to do first, we're going to mount the flywheel on, and then the clutch, and put the gearbox on. As you can see, the flywheel bolts are really sort of mucky and oily, so just going to put them in some brake cleaner and clean them so the thread lock works. Just like that. So the flywheel is on, we've got a new spigot bearing, torqued them up to I think it was 50 Newton meters and then 90 degrees. So I'm just going to clean up the surface with some brake cleaner, and then we're going to put the clutch plate on with using the proper alignment tool, because that's something that came with the kit. So what I'm going to do, because obviously if you can see up here, someone's been struggling to put the gearbox in who has done it before. So I'm going to put some fresh paint on it so it doesn't rust, because this car is quite nice and clean. And I'm going to put some paint on this terrible Frankenstein cutting job as well, so just to protect it from rusting. So we've got a new bearing. This is the modified version from the Nissan RB25 and the SR20s. So it's a new one of them, sliding on nicely. One thing I don't think I've mentioned in previous videos, it's a lot easier to put the gearbox in like a 45-degree angle, because of up in the start it's just a little bit wider. So you kind of put it up in the air and then you twist it once it's on the spline. Gearbox is sort of half in, it just needs to bolt it up with the starter motor. As I mentioned, it's missing 2 bolts at the top, so I'm donating some to a customer. Don't do it, it's a bad practice, don't leave them out, you've got to put them in. So we're nearly done. Clutch feels nice and firm, so all we've got left is put the gear stick back on and the little surround, and then we can take it for a nice test drive. So as you can see, we are done. I just want to show you around the car a little bit more. It's got a really nice colour, but the paintwork sort of quality lets it down a little bit. So with a nice polish and a little bit of painting, I think it will look very nice. It's got some sort of copy of a Vertex, which we could probably do with a better one, or I say, the customer could do with a better one. On the inside, my cameraman Sean will show you. We've got, let's just turn it on. I think there's going to be a Japanese lady talking to us soon. We've got a TV, obviously it doesn't work anymore because I assume everything's digital, and this would be probably a different frequency because it's in Japanese. What else will I show you? This cool little, it's a toll card reader from the Japanese road. It's still in the car. It's just something I've got a weird fetish about. I just think it's really cool. There she is, welcoming us to a car. One thing, as I mentioned, I just really like the fact that these JZX110s look like a new car, that you could probably sort of find a similar thing in the showroom. But anyway, that's for today's video, and yeah, thank you for watching, subscribing and whatnot. You know the deal. Press like buttons and stuff, and I will see you next time. Bye.